There's a way to make an entrance.
This is my destiny.
It was now a conspiracy of witches.
Download Veely today.
Tonight on the House of Tiny Tearaways.
Oh, thank you, little man. Oh, thank you.
This child is in a tug of war.
Everything I've loved's always gone.
Two days and 2 nights have passed in the house. We've lost a family and we've gained a family. So how are they getting on? The Scotts, the Newells and the Dixons
No touching.
have arrived in the house, desperate for clinical psychologist Dr. Tanya Byron to help them tackle their children's extreme problems. With just 4 days left, all the families are hoping that Tanya can turn their lives around for good in the House of Tiny Tearaways. It's early morning and all is quiet in the house. Alison and Richard Scott came into the house looking for help with their nearly 4-year-old daughter Natasha, who has never slept a whole night in her own bed. Instead, she gets into her parents' bed with Dad Richard, while Mum Alison is forced to move into the spare room. Yesterday, in an effort to retrain Natasha's sleep patterns, Tanya suggested consistently returning her to bed. Last night, Tanya spent an hour supporting the family as Richard and Alison returned Natasha to her bed a total of 173 times. After only 45 minutes sleep, Natasha was awake again and Richard and Alison returned her to bed over 100 times more throughout the evening. It's 7 in the morning and Natasha's waking up in her own bed for the very first time.
Wake up time. Daddy, I slept all night.
You ignited. You did very well. What a difficult night, wasn't it? But we spent quite a lot of time in your own bed, didn't you? And did you like staying in your own bed?
Yeah.
Good girl. And do you think Mummy and Daddy like staying in their bed together?
Yeah.
So do you think everybody's happy now?
Yeah.
That's really good.
Daddy. Daddy.
In the Newell's bedroom, Kai is waking up.
I had a good time.
Did you?
Yes. That's my new camera.
Yeah.
That's my camera.
Sarah Newell and partner Paul were at breaking point with 2.5-year-old son Kai before seeking Tanya's help. His behaviour and complete lack of bond with Paul had them both exasperated. Yesterday, in a consultation, they revealed that they had split up a number of times before and after Kai was born. Tanya felt that their anxiety about their relationship was being projected onto Kai. She asked them to spend yesterday hugging and playing with both Kai and his brother Tyler. Tanya has asked Paul to play a more dominant role in their family life today. While Mum, Sarah, gets a lion, Paul's first job of the morning is to make breakfast for his children.
Who are you talking to?
Is that right, Tyler?
Oh, you can maybe give it.
One for Kai. One for Tyler.
Daddy.
Do you want to put the milk on yourself?
No.
You just put it like that?
And what could it be?
Is it nice?
Daddy, Daddy, I don't need the spoon.
You don't need a spoon. OK, mate.
Do you want those on or you trainers? You want your shoes on? Well, I don't know if shoes go with tracky bottoms. Shall we put you some different trousers on?
Let's talk about the Scotts.
How did yesterday's sleep training go?
Extraordinary. Extraordinary to the point that never in my career have I ever had to endure such an incredible and difficult period of sleep training. It was just awesomely difficult, really.
And last night, Natasha Scott was returned to bed how many times?
298. It's not her fault. I mean, this is what she's been trained to believe is going to sleep. Going to sleep is having one parent next to her when she falls asleep, and then when she wakes up in the night, which we all do, she has to seek out the physical proximity in order to get back to sleep. But it's got into this big sort of family game, which is mum gets relegated to the spare room and dad then is lying with her all night. I also suspect that Alison and Richard are doing quite a lot of thinking about why have we never said no to this little girl, and should we be saying no to this little girl? So she may also experience slightly different parenting, which will also challenge her by day as well as by night.
It's Mum Natasha Dixon's first morning in the house. She's making breakfast while son Kai is playing in the living area.
Mummy,
Yeah.
I'm playing doll to stand.
Any toast, Kai?
No.
Go to my door, please, Kai. Kai, I said get inside, please, now. No!
Why?
You've been finished your breakfast for starters. You need to get washed and dressed.
No.
Yes, I do. I think so, Kai. And get off the furniture, please, now.
No.
Off the furniture, please, Kai.
No.
You'll fall and hurt yourself.
No.
Following the earlier departure of another family, 30-year-old Natasha Dixon came into the house a day late with her son, also called Kai, who's nearly 4. Natasha was desperate for help with Kai's violent tantrums and willful behaviour.
Yes. You know, if I come near you, you're going to the bedroom.
No.
Too late, Kai. I'm not impressed. You were told. Away.
Kai Dixon came in here with big behaviour problems, screaming, spitting, tantruming. Why is that?
What I really notice is an absence of warmth in the relationship between Natasha and Kai. Natasha can be very warm and interactive with the other children, but with Kai, every instruction is barked and it's very negative.
Move away from the gates, move. No, I said wait. Don't touch, please. Don't. No, I said wait for me.
And also Natasha tends to just let everybody else play with her son and really doesn't interact with him at all. So this is quite a problem for me because obviously I don't want to say to the other parents in the house, please do not play with this child. But I need to get the other parents to not fill the void that I think is there because Natasha just does not interact positively with her son at all. Now, I need to understand why. And I'm a little bit concerned because I think there is quite a big problem here. There really is.
It looks like somebody's had dry Weetabix for breakfast there. That'd be awful.
Where?
There. That'd be awful. Make you really thirsty.
Ooh. Can't have your wellies on if you don't go outside, can you?
Stop climbing all over the sofa, please, Kai. Kai?
Finish toast.
Look. No, not funny. There's somebody there and it's dangerous. Get off, please, now. Do not climb all over people's furniture.
Don't worry.
The thing is that you can sort of see where other people are going wrong, can't you?
I don't want any.
But we can't see where we're going wrong. Do you know what I mean?
I don't want.
You're absolutely blind to yourself, aren't you?
Yeah. And you know, Natasha said I watch all the programmes. I know it all. I can say what you're doing, what you're... You know, she was saying I watch all the programmes, but I'm not doing something right. And I bet she's thinking, you know, these two are just too soft. But you can easily, you know, you can bring up somebody else's children in your mind, can't you?
But like these guys now, I can't see what they're doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very clingy with his mum because she sort of does everything. They need to be more family. That's what I mean.
Dr. Tanya's going to be quick in the boots.
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I mean it's easy to bring up somebody else's child, you know. Like Tim and Kath think they could sort Natasha out and you can bring up... Come off it, that's one bite.
Finish that toast.
You'll have no energy to play in that
Finish
sandpit.
that toast. Do what we say.
No, you've been silly now. You've been over much now. Do what we say. Nobody's said to do that.
Well, you know me.
But nobody's said to do that.
Where's Kai gone? Can anyone see him? Can you see him? Where's Kai? He's in the cupboard. Go on. Are you gonna go? That's it?
No.
Gotcha. We found ya. Out.
I'm not having.
People will shout at ya. You won't get any more toys. Kai.
Driving.
No, don't close him in. That's naughty.
Daddy.
No. Right. You're coming out?
Rabbit. 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 Rabbit.
Come on.
Rabbit. Rabbit. Rabbit.
Woohoo!
You go and sit on the settee. We can read a story. Come here. Come and sit and have a story. Hey, come on then. Right, what's this? You come in as well? Come on then.
I want to sit on your knee.
Oh, you want to sit on my... Oh.
Where are you going?
Wow, look at this. Hey, you going to come sit here then, Kai?
While the Muirs look after the children, Tanya wants to have an early chat with the Scotts about last night's sleep training with their daughter.
But it was quite traumatic, actually, wasn't it? You were very on task. It was a job that needed to be done. But for you, it was really, really traumatic. Yeah. But I think what we could do, first of all, is just talk about, I suppose, the marathon that you did. Here's the chart. Now, just to remind you, the grey patch at the beginning is settling. The green patches, these turquoisey green patches, are sleep. The cream patches are being awake, and black, as we saw on Sunday, is sleeping with parents. The first thing we notice is there's no black in this chart, which tells us a very significant thing.
She can sleep without us.
She can sleep without you. In terms of what you came into the house asking for, we've actually achieved that. Let's start from the beginning, settling. Now, she settled really well on Sunday, but why did she take less time to settle on Sunday and more time to settle last night?
Because you were in bed with him, weren't you?
I was in bed with her,
Right.
And she got what she wanted. She got the books and
Exactly.
everything.
Now, sleep is all about associations. It's all about cues in our environment that tell us it's time to go to sleep. If you're a parent who sticks a bottle in your child's mouth, your child will need to suck themselves to sleep, so you will always have to give them a bottle. Little Natasha's sleep associations are basically the physical proximity of one of you. And particularly what works best for her is you at the settling time, because she gets off to sleep quickly with you, and then you throughout the night, Richard. So that's what she's used to. Now, because she's almost 4, she's very bright, and she's clearly saying to us, there is no way on earth I am not sleeping with Daddy throughout the night. we decided last night we'd have to go for something pretty hardcore. I've been doing my job for more years than I care to tell you. I've never ever had a child who's had to be returned as many times as your daughter. You were great because you kept everything going. You were really, really calm. In fact, what's interesting about you, Richard, is the more agitated everybody else was getting, the calmer you were. So I think you were a star last night. You did really well. And in that first hour, she needed to be returned 173 times. That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. I'm going to bill you for the carpet.
That's big deal.
To be replaced. So that's 173 returns in an hour. That was the settling. And that was a very difficult bit of learning for her. But I think let's just say this. She was very, very angry and she was very upset. She wasn't being shouted at. She wasn't being smacked. And what I was so impressed is you worked so well as a team, the two of you. You were great last night. You kept swapping with each other when the other one was finding it too much. Very gently, you just kept returning her back, returning her back. The message she was getting was absolutely no attention, but there was still a lot of love there. She wasn't afraid. And the reason she wasn't afraid is that the people that she needs to go to sleep were still with her, but in a very different way, not on her terms, on your terms. The really bad news is...
Could be worse tonight.
It'll get worse, because she is going to give everything she can to see whether she can break down these new boundaries. This is such an alien experience for her. She's really going to try and change it. So I would say brace yourselves, really, for tonight. You slept together.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Weird, really.
Was it weird?
'Cause I've got a bit used to sleeping on my own. It's strange now. I'm like, oh, move up a bit. You're coming right over to my side of the bed. You know what's going on?
Oh, please enjoy it. Otherwise she'll come back.
After talking with Alison and Richard about the night, Tanya decides to talk with their daughter Natasha.
Hello. How are you this morning? Are you okay? Yes.
Last night, Tanya gave Natasha a toy farmyard. She was promised animals to add to the farm if she slept in her own bed.
Has given you. If you stay in bed, in your own bed all night, you can pick another thing. So that means by the morning you can have 2 things.
Do you remember what Mummy and Daddy told you this was for? What was it for, Daddy?
Sleep in my own bed.
That's right. Now, can I ask you a very important question? Whose bed did you wake up in this morning?
My bed.
You were, weren't you?
You woke up in your own bed! Can you tell me who is the cleverest girl in this whole big house? I think so. So, who deserves to get her very first special treat for her farmyard? You do. And tell me, what is bedtime going to be like tonight? What's it going to be like? Where's Natasha going to sleep?
In my own bed.
And where's Mummy and Daddy going to sleep?
Together.
Every week in the House of Tiny Tearaways, each family goes on a day trip. Today, Tanya is sending Alison and Richard Scott, along with daughter Natasha, to a dance class in an effort to bring Mum and Dad together.
I don't want to go.
We're going.
I want to go home.
Why are you crying?
I don't want to go.
Why don't you want to go?
Because it's dumb. I'm tired.
Why are you tired?
Yeah.
Because you were up a lot last night, weren't you? So if you sleep tonight, you won't be tired tomorrow. You get yourself all hot and sweaty now. That's just silly.
She's tired, isn't she?
Yeah, but we're not making that an excuse.
No, but she is.
I
I know.
I've been tired since I conceived. It's about 4.5 years ago, so... But I don't cry when somebody says you're going out.
That's it. Stop your crying now. You've cried enough for nothing.
While Mum Sarah Newell looks on, Dad Paul is spending time with his son Kai.
Look what you said.
Yeah, look. Shall I show you?
Yeah.
Get a little bit. You get a little bit off there. Right, put it in there. And look. Comes out there. I don't know. Yeah.
Tanya, why have you asked Paul to do this today?
It's a very gentle way of getting him to begin to recognise his skills, but also to put a few challenges in his way, just where he has to manage lots of children at once, interact with his son positively, and so on. And also, I'm hoping to see him being assertive if Kai does have a tantrum for any reason.
How is Paul doing, considering he's only been here 2 days?
I think there are two key issues here for Paul. One is that Sarah has sort of backed off, and I think the problem is that not only Sarah was doing everything, but she was then telling Paul how she wanted him to do it, so he never really had a chance to develop his own style of parenting, if you like. And now we're seeing that he is, and he's doing brilliantly, really, really well. I've been told they don't have a bond, they don't have a bond, they don't have a bond. Kai adores his father. In fact, the very first word he uttered when he woke up this morning was...
Daddy.
Daddy. Now we see a bond was always there, but was never given a chance to show itself in a positive way because of the negativity that was going on in the relationship between Paul and his son.
Is there a possibility that this kind of closeness between Dad and Kai could freak Sarah out?
Yes, Sarah has had the lion's share of the emotional responsibility in the family. And if you want your partner to take more, then you have to be able to step back. So as much as Paul was never able to do it, Sarah was never able to give him the space to do it. So yeah, as a dynamic shifts, everybody's going to feel it.
Kai won't be used to this kind of attention, lovely play with Dad, will he?
No. His behaviour previously at his home was all screaming, shouting, kicking, biting, head-banging and so on. Here he is with two parents who are relaxing and enjoying him, so he's relaxed and he's enjoying himself. There's still work to be done, but I think whenever I'm in the house, he is just the happiest parent in the house.
Is he?
Yeah. I think because for the first time he's recognising that he really is a good parent.
Yeah.
And he is.
He's cool, isn't it? Do you know what it's going to be?
Yeah.
Kiss your finger. You got a ringer. Do you want one, Kai? Yeah? It's a ring? Do you like it? Cool.
Look, I like a ring. One, two, three, four, five, 7.
Kai Dixon is at the dining table with the Newell family, whilst Mum Natasha is having her first consultation with Tanya.
So, how's it going for you?
I feel a bit out of my depth, I think.
Right.
Here, I don't know. I think when I'm in my own home, it's different.
Right.
It's, the setup's different, the atmosphere's a lot different.
What's the atmosphere like at home?
It's tense all the time. I'm very tense at home and more stressed. I go to bed tense, I wake up stressed and tense. And
where's the stress and tension in your life that's causing you to feel like that?
Kai, me, the situations that I'm in, where I live, and I think just everything just feels a bit, tight.
In truth, you probably don't get out much with Kai.
Not as much as I used to. I used to go out a lot with him.
Right.
If I do go out, it's planned, and I go with a friend.
Right.
And even then, it's tense. You want your child to be happy and busy and enjoying life, and he does that to the full extent. He enjoys it, but then on the other hand, there's another side of him. He can be really unhappy, really upset, really distraught, and it could be over the littlest thing. And I think if he can be like that, over something really, really small, if something major was to happen, how would he behave? How would he react?
Well, I've actually got some examples of that to show you, because I just wanted to play you some of stuff that happened yesterday, and then we can start to think about what we're seeing.
No, I said wait for me, please. Don't. Right, I'll have those. No, not opening them. No. No, just wait. Look, Kai. No, if you can wait till I put all this stuff away, then I'll make you something. Didn't I say that already? Is it locked, Kai? Never mind.
No, it's not. It's not locked.
No, I'm gonna shoes on. Move.
Right. You look like a little girl sitting there. It's really hard for you to see that. Let me sit over here with you. Hey. Hey. What did you not like about what you saw there?
I can't believe how much weight I put on.
So, you didn't like seeing that? Okay.
It just looked huge.
Okay.
I don't know, there was just... He was talking, I was talking, but there was nothing in between. I think we just talk in different languages. He just wanted something and I just couldn't give it to him. And I don't think he was listening to me at all.
What did he want?
My attention.
And how does he get it?
By playing up. I think if I wasn't so much on him, I think he wouldn't need me as much. I need him. I know I need him around me.
Because you feel so lonely so much of the time, yeah. That's what I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It obviously isn't Kai then, it's obviously me. And I thought it was Kai.
Well, it feels like it's everything, doesn't it? How you feel about yourself. One of the first things you said looking at yourself is, oh my God, I've put on so much weight.
I don't seem to do very well on that one.
In what way? Losing weight, you mean, or what?
No, I lose it. Then I just put it back on twice as much and twice as fast. And then when I'm with Kai and I'm on my own and he kicks off and I just feel suffocated. I just can't breathe. I really can't breathe. And when I explain to people or I tell them and I say, I'm saying, you know, you don't understand. And they're saying to me, well, and they just say to me, well, you know, you do this.
Do what?
I just feel I'm such a crappy mother. I just negative all the time. I'm negative to myself, everyone's negative to me.
And then who gets all that negativity?
Kai gets it all.
He gets it all. And do you think that's got anything to do with his behaviour?
Probably.
I think it's probably got everything to do with his behaviour. Mm.
I don't feel that I deserve Kai. I don't feel worthy of Kai. I think he deserves so much better.
He craves your attention and in doing so irritates you. So he gets an awful lot of negative communication from you. But because it's the only communication he gets, he'll feed off that. What needs to change in order for things to change with Kai's behaviour?
Believe in myself.
In what way?
That I can do it.
Do what?
Be a mum.
Life. That you can do life. I don't want you on that sofa. I want you with that boy, with everybody else. I want the lovely, happy, sunny, beautiful, big voice, life and soul of this house.
Echoing.
I want to hear it. Because he needs that, and you need that. And I think that's where we start.
Tanya has sent Richard and Alison Scott out for the day to get reacquainted with each other.
Today we've been blessed with the opportunity of going for dancing lessons.
We both dance, but we both do our own thing, don't we? We're not very good together. Yeah. We're a bit better solo, aren't we?
Yeah, we are good solo dancers, back-to-back dancers.
Because of Natasha's sleeping habits, Richard and Alison have only been out together a handful of times since she was born.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hi, I'm Sue. I'm going to be teaching you dancing today.
Trying to teach you.
Nice to meet you.
Natasha will have to keep herself entertained while her parents enjoy some quality time together.
So let's start with something really easy. So if you just stand there, Richard. Okay, we face this way.
No laughing.
Rock, rock, a cha-cha-cha. Rock, rock, cha-cha-cha. Now all you've got to do is look like you enjoy it.
Okay.
But it's nearly lunchtime, don't have those now. We'll have lunch in a minute.
Almost.
What do you think?
Do we look good?
I think they're good, aren't they?
It was actually quite good.
We actually laughed and didn't fall
Yeah,
out.
we laughed and joked together for once in a long
Didn't
time.
blame each other. And easier because Natasha just sat and played, which is just
Superb.
amazing. We're going to do dancing lessons?
No.
I'm a trier.
Then it's time for lunch and a chance for them to discuss their sleeping arrangements.
Natasha, you want to go to bed tonight? Whose bed are you staying in? Natasha?
Your name, clever girl.
Whose bed are you going in tonight?
My bed.
Good
All night?
girl.
And I'm not looking forward to tonight.
Well, we've been warned that it's going to probably be harder tonight. It gets worse than it before it gets better, so it's more of the same, I'm afraid. Just going to have to keep your head straight, keep focused on what we're doing and get cracking. At the end of the day, it's Natasha's benefit, isn't it, ultimately? So we've got to go through it.
So Mummy, try.
Immediately after her consultation with Tanya, Natasha joins her son Kai, who's playing in the garden.
Oh, I think my bottom can fit on the slide. I don't think it can. I think I'm just too wide. I'll try. Should I go forward now? I'll go on side. I'll go front first, Kai.
How did you find that consultation with Natasha Dixon?
Very, very, very sad, but also very useful, because I think Natasha's a very intuitive, intelligent woman, and obviously when you hear a story like that, it's no great leap of intellect to make the connections and to understand why Kai is the way he is, given the way Natasha feels about herself. But I think Natasha's a really good example of a woman who is so embedded in such a low sense of self-worth, such a low self-esteem, that everything in her world is sad and miserable, including her relationship with her son.
Natasha being depressed, I mean, she says that she's too scared to go out. How is that going to affect her son, who is almost 4?
Sadness, in some cases depression, low self-esteem, a lack of self-worth. That has a huge impact on a child. Children don't just need to be fed, watered, changed. They need to be emotionally nurtured. And so I think for Natasha, it's very important that she moves very fast this week in her understanding of the connection that she has with her son and how she is vital to his ongoing emotional development. Because I think the problem that Kai has, apart from anything else, is that he is his mother's replacement partner because she's so lonely. And that, for a child, is a very, very difficult place to be.
You all right up there, Kai?
I can get down.
You can't get down?
No.
Someone get in, he's stuck.
Oh, is he stuck? Are you stuck?
How cool are those?
Oh, you can't get down?
No.
Come on then. Shall I come and get you?
Help you.
Shall I come and get you?
Probably not, though.
Shall I catch you? Yeah, come on then. Hang on. I'll come and get you. I'll come and get you.
Same as you.
See? Gotcha! You got stuck. See? I told you. Now I'm gonna. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it?
Mommy's stuck now.
Yay! See? I told you I'd come and get you. Do I get a big hug?
Yes.
Mwah. And a big cuddle. And a kiss. A kiss on the lips. Mwah.
At home, mealtimes are often a flashpoint for Kai and Natasha Dixon, so Tanya's brought in some stickers to encourage good behaviour.
Good boy, Kai. Well done.
These ones. Right, so, Kai over here, you are eating like such a good boy, aren't you? Are you? So, what do good boys who eat their lunch get? What do they get? Stickers! The helicopter? In my world, it's called an octopus, but you know what? Who cares? Everybody give Kai Dixon a big clap for being the best lunchtime boy. Now, would you like to have a sticker? So what do you have to do to have one of these? Shall we?
Sharks.
Do we need to eat a few beans for a shark, Daddy?
Yeah.
Do we, Mummy?
I agree, yes.
Yes. Into the beans. Go on, quick. Oh, yay!
Good boy.
Alison and Richard Scott's determination to solve their daughter's sleeping problem was put to the test last night. Natasha acquired a staggering 298 rapid returns. While the couple are making progress, Tanya is concerned that solving Natasha's nighttime trouble will lead to behaviour problems in other areas. Sarah and Paul Newell are at breaking point because of 2.5-year-old Kai's temper tantrums. Yesterday's consultation revealed that Sarah has a lack of trust in Paul's parenting skills, and Tanya wants the couple to work more as a team. Single mum Natasha Dixon came into the house yesterday, unable to control her son Kai, who's nearly 4. Natasha has a confrontational relationship with Kai, but with just 3 days to work with her, can Tanya help?
Thank you, Kai.
With Kai Newell busy with the Dixons and Tyler taking an afternoon nap, parents Paul and Sarah joined Tanya in the consultation room.
What a great atmosphere in the house.
Yeah, it's nice.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm astonished.
Thank you.
What's your assessment of everything, Sarah?
Huge transformation. Yeah.
You are so chuffed, aren't you?
Yeah.
I think we need to think about this quite a lot, because the worst thing that could happen is that Kai has this great experience for a week with you, and then on Saturday, when you've left on Friday, everything changes.
There's a huge bond transforming, definitely, between the two of you. I've made a conscious effort to step back as well. It's killed me.
Why has it killed you?
He's want to join in.
Yeah, but it's your time. Because you don't get that time, you haven't spent that time, I have. So it's your time, and I'm not going to step on your toes with that.
Yeah, cool.
Do you feel you might have lost something with Kai?
Yeah.
I thought so. So I think this is tinged with a bit of sadness as well. Yeah.
Here we go.
I know, but I
I
think
do,
I wanted
because
to
for
get
like
this...
2.5 years I've had him on me. But I've always said to you, I don't want to lose the bond that I had with, well, I say had with him, because I've seen the difference in him now. As soon as he woke up this morning and I was awake, it was Daddy. I said, he's calling you. And he's like, huh? And then it was Daddy. I says, go to him. He's asking for his dad for once, you know, but like, I just feel like a bit of a spare wheel.
You're feeling really conflicted about it, because there's a part of you that's really deliriously happy, but there's another part of you that's really jealous.
Yes. Yeah.
What are you jealous about?
The fact that he hasn't really wanted me, because it's now Daddy, Daddy, Daddy.
And do you think Paul deserves this love so quickly?
If I was to be honest, I would say no. But he does deserve it, like, now, because he has put the effort in.
Do you feel like, hold on, here I've been struggling for all these years, doing everything I can to keep everyone together and to be the best parent I can, and then, you know, a couple of days of a few fun and games and he's off and Daddy's his new best friend, and hello, what about me?
I'm thinking, how long is it going to last?
This child is in a tug of war between the two of you.
Yeah. It does come in, you know, like breaking it down like that, yes.
Do you doubt that people could continue to love you?
I don't know, because everything I've loved's always gone.
That's what I thought.
Nothing's ever stayed round. So, that's why I always think good things never last.
And now suddenly here you are in a situation where you're thinking, is my little boy emotionally leaving me?
He's getting another parent. You know, he's getting somebody that he's wanted for a long time and he's never had.
I've heard from you, Sarah, that Paul has been so difficult to live with because he hasn't given, in so many ways, what you feel you need and the children need. But is Sarah difficult to live with?
Yes. She is, because she's controlling. Everything's got to be in a certain place. It wouldn't hurt if you just chilled out a bit.
What do you do for leisure, for letting your hair down, for chilling out, for having a laugh?
Nothing.
Why?
I don't seem to find the time. I just...
In honesty, would you really go out, or do you think you've become fairly dependent on just being at home all the time?
I'd feel awkward if I went out. I suppose I've never given you the responsibility of the children.
No.
Well done you for saying that. Well done. That's the first time you've actually owned that, and I think that's really cool. You don't look happy about that?
No. Because every time she has gone out, I've fed them, bathed them, put them to bed.
I didn't feel comfortable in leaving them with yourself for, like, say, a whole day.
You're cross, Paul, aren't you? I think you're feeling cross now. What are you cross about?
The fact that she thinks she couldn't trust me.
With your children? I think you two need to now join together being with Kai. I think Kai needs to see the two of you together, hugging each other on the sofa, I think he needs to see what he's beginning to feel. But I think also you two need to sit down and really work out Sarah's rules, Paul's rules, but more crucially then, Sarah and Paul's rules, which I think are a different set of rules for living and parenting, and I don't think you've ever had that conversation before.
No.
It's 5 o'clock and the Scotts are back from their day out.
So, how was it, Fred and Ginger?
It was all right. I mean, it was dancing.
No, don't be silly about it. We said that it was nice, and we spent a bit of time together, and it was
you
quite
had to
funny.
concentrate to do it.
You couldn't think about anything else, and we didn't bicker.
You didn't bicker, which you're almost doing now.
Yeah, because he always has to just turn everything into this really, let me be the comedian, and sometimes I just think, I wish he'd just say what happened.
So you had a nice day?
Yes, lovely day.
We had a good day.
Did.
It was genuinely nice to do something just together, wasn't it?
Was it nice to be in each other's arms?
It was bizarre, wasn't it?
Yeah, strange.
Was it really?
We haven't been that close for a long time, have we?
Yeah. Because, you know, when she's sleeping through the night, you've got all these evenings you can get a babysitter, you can go out.
Yeah, start doing things.
So, bedtime tonight. What do you have to do?
Sleep in my own bed.
Good girl. And when Mummy and Daddy put you to bed tonight, what do you have to do?
Sleep all night.
So,
well, we should listen to you, because we've just tried to do it about 3 times while we were out. We've tried to address it and what happened last night.
OK, but you see, what is the difference between me and you guys? Number one, I'm not a parent. Number two, I suspect I say it with less anxiety and more authority. Your face is etched with anxiety, can I tell you? You don't feel very relaxed to me. I think you're concerned you're going to have a difficult night, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I say to you, Alison, that
I think I am going to probably
it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and children pick it up, and if you're anxious and agitated, she'll be, and the last thing she'll be able to do is settle. So I think the person who needs to do the most work on themselves before tonight is Mummy.
Following their day out, the Scotts are catching up with the other families.
Did you enjoy it? It's nice.
Was it that come dancing styling?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
in Oxford, we went to Oxford, so it was a bit of a drive as well. It's a really big dancing school, and we did a bit of, we could choose, and we chose the cha-cha-cha, because that's a bit close, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the jive, and it's nice, we did it, we got it, we got it.
Did you do lifts?
No. No, I didn't lift him. I couldn't lift him. We did a bit. We did a bit of this.
It obviously did. Amazing job, both of you. And even your face. It's like absolutely like glowing.
It's really good actually, and we haven't done anything like that for about nothing like that for ages, but definitely not for 4.5 years. We haven't done anything. We just don't get any time together at all. She's always in the middle of us, so
yeah,
it's really lovely. It was really nice.
Obviously, really enjoyed it because it shows. It really does.
Yeah.
After a revealing consultation this morning, Tanya's decided to take Natasha Dixon to the garden for an activity looking at her relationship with her son Kai.
You pick 2 figures that represent the relationship between you and your son and put them in the middle. How the relationship feels to you.
Is it how I see him or how he feels?
How he feels to you when you're in that flat, not going out.
How does he feel to me?
How does he feel to you in terms of the power in the relationship, the kind of relationship you have, his presence? That one?
That one.
Okay. So that's Kai in the relationship, and where are you in the relationship?
I'd say...
How you're feeling. It's all about how you're feeling every day of your life.
I'm not quite stamped out, so I try and raise the occasion, so I'd say that one.
Okay. Right. How does that look to you?
Not normal.
Because
he's bigger than me.
Does he look like your child here? No. What does he look like in this relationship? What are we seeing?
He looks like my teenage son.
Tell me how that makes you feel having a look at that.
Obviously, he's still a baby, so he needs me, and I'm not there. No, it's all right.
Is it all right?
Not really. No, it's not. It's not all right. And
so, what would you really like to see? Which ones would you really like to see?
her.
You want to see her, and how do you want to see your son? What size do you want him to be?
Normal size. He's really that small, but he's still got a big personality.
Okay.
So I like this one. I think that's about right.
Right. So that's what you want?
Yeah.
But what does he really need from you? Is it what's from in here? What you're planning, what you're thinking?
No.
What does he need?
My heart.
So from here?
Yeah. But I don't know if that's right choice. I don't understand. Oh.
Well, tell me, you're getting flustered. What are you trying to say?
I need to be the adult, basically, and I'm not. I'm throwing a paddy whack every time I don't get my... Obviously, I'm doing what he's doing without even realising it.
So when he has a tantrum...
I have a tantrum.
Right. What are you looking to him for that maybe is unrealistic and maybe a bit unfair on him?
I want him to be himself, but then in the same breath, I don't want him to be himself because then it just stresses me up because I can't cope.
So you're asking him to make you feel better inside because you feel so sad about so many things that he is not responsible for. But when he starts to behave like a little boy,
basically,
and he's not giving you what you want because he's being himself at his developmental level, you then have a tantrum. Do you think it's a responsibility of our children to fix our emotional scars?
Not at all.
Do you think that's what you've been doing with Kai a bit?
Obviously, without even realising it. It's probably come to this. I think I expected too much of him, and he obviously can't do it.
Because he can't give you what you want, he feels he's never good enough. And that's going to make him feel...
like me. I want so much for him in life, and I just want to give it like 110%. And I know I haven't been doing it.
Because?
I don't know, I just let things get to me, and I just think, all I know is when I'm thinking it, all back of my head, all I can think about is I want Kai to be so much different and so much better and have so much, and I want him to strive, and I just know he has got so much potential, and I think, being in mind he's only 3, I think I'm asking too much of him already.
It's dinner time in the House of Tiny Tearaways.
There you go, honey. Yeah, she did have it before. Just try them. Just try it. You've had it before.
I like it.
Don't eat it then. Fine. Thank you, Kai, for trying it. Do you know what, Kai? If she doesn't like it, you've eaten at least 3 pieces, and you're going to eat 2 more. You're such a good boy, Kai.
I don't like it.
He's done very well. Apparently he doesn't like it, but he's eaten 3 pieces of it already.
Look at that, Rich. Look at that. He doesn't like cucumber, but look at that. Fantastic.
It's 7:30 and bedtime for Natasha Scott.
Right, that's lovely. Just have them.
Last night, Alice and Richard had to return her to bed 298 times.
You remember that?
Because they found it so tough last night, Tanya is watching from her office.
Give a little whistle. Oh, it's really late and we had such a late night last night. Go on, we're going to have a lovely bath.
Want to sleep all night.
Tash, you did so well last night. I know you kept getting up and you kept getting up, but then eventually you went to sleep and you slept in your own bed and you slept for a long time. And you did fantastic. And tonight's going to be much easier because you know what's going to happen. Hey? Right, okay, let's get this big light off. Okay?
See, I haven't had it.
Okay. I'm not laying on the bed, am I? Because I'm going to sit in here. Because I'm not going to fall asleep with you.
You should put her down there.
You want to say?
She put her down there.
Yeah, she's just reading it. So what we're trying to do now is just read a couple of books and then walk out.
This is Apple Tree Farm. This is Mrs. Boot, the farmer. She has 2 children called Poppy and Sam, and a dog called...
Talking loud.
Shall I talk quietly?
Yeah.
Am I talking too loud?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise. The donkey is called...
Ian.
Yay! She lives in a field with lots of grass.
Can I go to sleep?
You can go to sleep, you can, my darling. Can I have a kiss? Kiss on me. I love you. Mwah. Snuggle down. I'm going to leave that light on and I'll just be outside. Lay down, close your eyes and think sleepy thoughts. Okay? Good night, gorgeous. I love you. I love you. Sleep on her own. Good night, darling.
She's asleep.
I've just said, done it all, and she's gone to sleep. Is that?
Hey.
Without...
Nice one.
Excellent.
That's nice.
Was I relaxed?
Not bad, eh?
Oh, hang on.
Cool. Please. Thank you.
I'll leave the light on.
It's 9:20 p.m. and all the children are in bed. Natasha Scott has been asleep for over an hour. The Scotts and the mules are in the lounge.
To a crowd and to an audience, you're lovely. You know, everybody thinks I'm the luckiest woman. You know, loads of my friends are like, I want to meet somebody like Richard. And look, when I was younger, because we've been together 12 years, when I was younger, people were like, oh, I want to meet somebody like you, Richard. And to a crowd, you are lovely. You are so funny and, you know, life and soul of the party and supportive to everybody, arm round everybody, make everybody a drink. But actually, behind closed doors,
I'm not.
You're not that supportive.
I'm not emotional.
Do you find it sissy to be in?
Yeah, he thinks it's a big wuss, which is what he said. Oh my God, look at me with Natasha, I'm a big wuss. You kind of, because you so are so black, everything is so black and white with you.
I do think that men should be men.
But men can have hearts.
Yeah. But the thing is, Richard's so black and white that it's like, I said to him, oh, I'm so worried about this.
That was what bothered me most, you know, when I saw the first night, and there's me, the way I'm talking to my daughter and it. And I think for a couple of hours after...
You were really disturbed by that.
It really surprised, you know, what's the word shock? I'll say shock. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm sat thinking, bloody hell, you know, what
I'm not this thing that I think I am.
No, and that's what I see, is that Richard can be that with Natasha, so let her get away with murder, wind him round his little finger, which is typical, isn't it? They say, you know, daughters and fathers. I don't think I did it, but yeah, daddy's girl. But he's so like that with Natasha and so not like that with me.
Yeah.
That's even harder.
I like start goading at Paul in order to just get a reaction back, you know, actually get angry with me, you know, tell me. But I never used to get it. So I used to think, oh, right, okay. So...
I mean, life's so complicated and so...
Does it? I mean,
relationships
are complicated.
Hard.
Yeah. Makes you wonder how... Well, I'm going to say it makes you wonder how so many people get it right, but clearly they don't. Because the divorce rate now is so high. You know, you know, in actual fact, we'll probably come out of this and all be survivors.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people that haven't...
I don't know, I think that if we get Natasha sleeping, I think we need marriage guidance. Because now we're going to argue.
Yeah.
We're going to argue now about...
I'm easy going.
Tomorrow on the House of Tiny Tearaways.
And I depended on you and you weren't there. And I'm really sorry that I'm emotional and crying because I'm really embarrassed.
Because when you do this, I don't like you doing this. No, you don't. Yes, I do. No, you don't. I do. No, you don't. I do.